For the last few years, we've been taught to think about AI in a very specific way. A chat box, a prompt, a clever response. Ask the right question, get the right answer, move on. That mental model is already breaking. For the creative workflows that are needed in today's fast-moving world, this model is obsolete. We see this old mental model failing right before our very eyes. Because AI isn't just answering questions anymore. It is acting, making decisions, coordinating tasks, running workflows across real systems. And when AI starts acting, the cost of getting it wrong becomes very real. By 2026, the most important role won't be prompt engineer. It won't be framework specialist. And it won't be someone who just knows the latest model. It will be something else entirely. The Agentic AI Strategist. This role is often misunderstood. It's not about slides, or vision decks, or inspirational demos. Agentic AI strategy is about one thing: designing systems that don't fall apart under pressure. Tools will change, models will improve, frameworks will come and go, but principles don't. And the strategists who survive 2026 are the ones who design for principles, not platforms. So instead of asking, what tool should I learn? What framework should I utilize? A real strategist asks, what capabilities must this system have to be trusted? That question leads to 3 pillars and 9 essential skills. Every production-grade agentic system rests on 3 pillars. If even one is weak, the entire system becomes fragile. These 3 pillars are autonomous system architecture, data-centric AI engineering, security, governance, and capability design. Each pillar has 3 skills associated that are must skills for the Agentic AI Strategist. Let's walk through each skill. Before introducing the first skill in autonomous system architecture, think about this. Most agent failures don't look dramatic. They look confusing. Something happened, somewhere, and no one is quite sure why. This leads to the first of the 9 skills, and the first in the autonomous system architecture: the ability to orchestrate multi-agent workflows and actively manage state. Agents don't fail randomly. They fail because state wasn't designed. State machines, control flow, explicit transitions. This is how you turn probabilistic behavior into reliable systems. This first skill is critical if regulatory pressure, auditability, and deterministic recovery are adequately addressed in agentic AI applications. Now on to the second skill. Think about this. No agent lives alone in production. It talks to APIs, databases, event streams, humans, other agents, and every connection is a failure surface. So the second skill that Agentic AI Strategist must master is interoperability and integration engineering. Interoperability isn't plumbing, it's architecture, protocols, adapters, clear contracts. This skill is important because of the widespread sprawl in the domain of a typical agentic AI application, to avoid locking in with one vendor and being able to assure future compatibility. The third skill addresses these issues. If you can't see what an agent is doing, you don't control it, and you definitely can't trust it. If your agentic AI application is a black box, that is, if you don't know what is going on inside, you have failed in your development. If the system fails, all you can say, well, it failed somewhere. Questions abound because you don't know what is happening inside your application. Production-grade agents are observable systems. The third skill needed is production-grade observability and agent MLOps. Traces, metrics, cost, semantic quality. This is how agents become accountable. Being able to observe the actions of agents and MLOps, that is machine learning operations, also contribute to being able to continually improving the applications. As we see, autonomous system architecture is composed of these three skills: multi-agent orchestration and state management, interoperability and integration engineering, production-grade observability, and MLOps for agents. Together, these skills focus on the fundamental architectural patterns and operational practices required to build, deploy, and maintain autonomous multi-agent systems at scale. This pillar emphasizes the control plane and the mechanisms that govern how agents exist, collaborate, and self-correct. We will move on to Pillar 2, data-centric AI engineering. To understand the need of the first skill here, and the fourth one overall, consider these realities. Remember, in agentic AI workflows, agents don't have to think better. They have to remember better. Because shallow memory leads to shallow answers. Agents don't easily lose context. They know how to manage context, if properly constructed. This is the fourth skill Agentic AI Strategist must acquire in 2026, that of hybrid memory and knowledge engineering, episodic memory, semantic memory, procedural memory. This is how agents reason across time, context, and structure. This enables enterprise knowledge, multi-hop reasoning, long-running agents, that is, agents that can run autonomously for long periods of time. Skill 5 deals with something that is of concern to us all in almost any endeavor: cost. Context is expensive. Latency is expensive. Tokens are expensive. Waste here kills systems quietly. To address these realities, Skill 5 is that of context economics and optimization. Strategists treat context like currency. In fact, in agentic AI, context is currency. Cache what matters. Compress what doesn't. Reuse plans intelligently. The 2026 strategist must act as a context economist. This viewpoint leads to more sustainable agent systems. In introducing Skill 6, think about this. A perfect agent trained on bad or stale data is still wrong. Enterprise data often contain duplicates, inconsistent representations, same entity with different names. In such situations, hallucinations are very likely. Data must be traceable back to its source. Bias is one element often found in data. Agents should detect and mitigate this condition. These and more are reasons that Skill 6 is so important. The skill is data quality, governance, and grounding, and is the last of the pillar data-centric AI engineering. Using this skill, the agentic AI strategist must be able to deliver validation, lineage, grounding, access control and data segmentation, citation and attribution, confidence scoring and uncertainty quantification. This is how agents earn trust, and trust is a major obstacle in implementing agentic AI applications. Can these systems be trusted to act in a way that does not corrupt the entire technological infrastructure? Without this skill, the trust factor for agentic AI is indeed an open question. As you can see, Pillar 2, Data-centric AI engineering consists of hybrid memory architectures and knowledge engineering, context economics, and data quality, governance, and grounding. Many might believe that data-centric AI engineering can be an afterthought and considered an add-on later in the development process. But no, this pillar should be front and center with the other two pillars discussed here. In fact, research has shown that in some cases, data quality and architecture are the primary determinants of agent performance. Excellence in other pillars cannot compensate for poor quality in and poor management of our data resources. Take these skills seriously and make sure they are part of your toolbox as you move to creating and implementing agentic AI workflows. The final pillar we will present here is security, governance, and capability engineering, as we noted before. The first of these skills, and skill 7 overall, focuses on some important issues, some that might be hidden or not immediately considered. Agents without identity are liabilities. Without proper oversight, agents may have a master key that have access to any and all components and databases. Agents have God mode access. There is no audit trail. If unchecked, they have the power to do any tasks any human in the organization is allowed to perform, and maybe more. This leads us to Skill 7, Non-Human Identity and Access Management. Agents are non-human actors. Treat them like employees. Agents have identity. Agents have limited scope. There are audit trails. Agents have short-lived credentials in many cases. These management principles reduce security incidents, increase compliance, erect trust boundaries. The next skill is associated with tools in the system. If tools are unclear, agents don't understand and guess. Other times, you might have implemented the wrong tools. Agents are none the wiser and utilize those tools in place of correct ones. Schemas might be ambiguous as well, leading to agent problems. To compound the problem, agents often chain tools together to solve complex problems. Therefore, a problem with even one tool can derail the entire operation being executed. How do we address these problems? With Skill 8, Semantic Capability and Tool Engineering. Tools are an agent's user interface. Clear schemas, clear intent, clear outcomes. These clear directions lead autonomous composition, safe delegation, and reliable execution. For example, you might have a directory containing files that have interfaces to a skill and its associated resources. Each file has a skill and an interface to that skill and the associated resources, all self-contained. This lends itself to a more modular design that is easy to maintain and manage. Our last skill, Skill 9, looks at security. Autonomy without security is an accident waiting to happen. Look at this problem, prompt injection. That is, when the AI can't tell the difference between your instructions and external ones, or giving excessive agency, that is, too much freedom to act with too little oversight, or having data poisoning, where bad or misleading data is fed into the system. Security is not a feature. It's a system. Our last skill, Agentic Security and Adversarial Resilience, addresses this issue head-on. We need guardrails, red teaming, adversarial testing, multi-layer defenses deeply embedded. We recommend a first-layer defense system in our series on AI-optimized foundations for agentic AI applications. We have a link below to the series. As we stress in our series, security must be built into your agentic AI system at a deep level as an integral part of the overall system, not as an add-on. Ignoring this advice will have real-world consequences and almost certainly reduce organizational trust in your systems. Pillar 3, Security, Governance, and Capability Engineering, is composed of non-human identity and access management, semantic capability and tool engineering, and agentic security and adversarial resilience. This pillar focuses on ensuring that agentic systems are secure, trustworthy, and capable. As agent gains more autonomy and access to powerful tools, the risk of misuse, accidents, and adversarial attacks increase dramatically. The skills discussed here provide a set of principles to safeguard the sensitive, secretive, and potentially dangerous resources and assets in your organization. These 9 skills don't stand alone. They reinforce each other. The weakest one defines the system. We must always remember that a weakness is a weakness in the entire framework. The 2026 Agentic AI Strategist must acquire and utilize these skills as they go about their principal job of planning, creating, implementing, and validating agentic AI applications. Look to this channel to help you acquire and utilize them. In future videos, we will examine each of these skills one at a time. We will also look deeper into important sub-skills or aspects of their foundational capabilities. We will investigate case studies and implementation patterns that are useful in helping you understand so you have a solid foundational base. There is an exciting and profitable world surrounding agentic AI applications. However, to take advantage of these opportunities, you must be prepared. We think we can help with that preparation. Agentic AI strategy isn't about keeping up with tools. It's about designing systems that don't fall apart. It is about creating and delivering systems that fulfill the promise of AI, but eliminate the consequences of using that potential. Join us in our future videos. If you have not already, subscribe to our channel and definitely hit that like button. Also, if you don't want to miss future videos, click on that notification bell and you will be alerted when the next video is published. Thanks, and see you then.